Hello everyone, I'm your host, Boss Zombie. Welcome back to Horizon Forbidden West. Alright,
Let's hope this new module works.
Oh, use melee attacks?
Flowers blooming.
That's it?
Let's see if the software works.
Oh. Oh, okay.
Vines. They're falling apart.
Door's clear now.
Big door. You're not gonna try to steal Artemis, right? Or Demeter, not Artemis.
The data core looks intact.
Time to bring Demeter home.
Ooh, look, it's all viney.
Demeter, it's time to go home. To Gaia.
The seed of life. Yes.
Elizabeth Sobek.
Not the voice I was expecting
Alpha
for
Pro.
Demeter.
Master override activated. Restoring Demeter's subordinate function to original code.
Ah, and now...
What did you do? I've never seen my focus glitch like that.
How do you know that word?
I found a special type of data. It's something you can't read. But it kept a tight grip on the data core. But now you should have access to the central server. All of it. Should give you something to bring home.
You were right. Hundreds of archives. Almost all of it relating to agriculture. It would take us years to get through all of this. But we don't have that kind of time. What you said before about
That's what I was waiting for.
Alba! Hold your fire! By the word of the ancestors, you must stop. Come. Look at who you fired on.
That barbarian killed our soldiers!
Only those who fired blindly. She is no barbarian. She gave me the data we need. Come, look at her. Can't you see? Elizabeth Sobek stands before you.
Oh,
An ancestor.
you negated to
reborn.
tell... You forgot to tell me that detail.
Diviner. We should bring the ancestor back.
It is we who follow their word, Commander, not the other way around. My apologies, Dr. Sobek. Our people's faith is strong, but there are those who are not as familiar with the legacy as they should be.
You heard the diviner. The data has been found. You two, with me.
I like her hat
The
back
rest of
there.
you, meet us
And
back
her
at the
hat.
beach for return to landfall.
Oh, the women get better hats. Oh, that worked out.
I can't talk long. They will have many questions.
So do I. Your people know a lot about the past. And about Sobek, I guess, but they're...
Please, I must know. What you said before about working towards the same goal, how long will it take?
I don't know. A few months?
Then you are my family's best hope. Let nothing get in your way.
Come to
You have
my
opened my
facility.
eyes to many things, and for that, I thank you. But now you must go.
Will I see you again?
Soon we return to Legacy's landfall. It might be dangerous for you to go there.
Well, tell me how to reach it, just in case.
We made landfall on the northeast edge of the sunken city. The currents around the archipelago are vicious, and the only approach is from the south. And it is guarded. Only attempt to go there if you must.
Diviner, what's the delay?
Oh, shut up, you.
Please, go. If you attempt to stay here any longer, they may want to take you with us, and that won't go well for anyone.
Okay, then. Well, then. That was... Again,
I better do as Alpha says.
for the upteenth time,
I need to get Demeter back to Gaia anyway.
a
I
lot.
might want to explore the area before I make the trek back to base. And now I can use the vine cutter on those other metal flowers I found earlier.
I sure can, Aloy, I sure can. This is not the map I want. I know of one... Way back... God, this place is so small. Oh, I like the... Huh. Wait, what? Oh, there's a flower there. That's okay. Oh, so it tells you if you like missed fire. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Oh, there's a thing over there. I'll come back for it later. I wonder what my mount has been up to while I was doing all that. Wow, they didn't level. I guess when I turn in this quest, I'll level up. Oh, I didn't do this. Where is my mount? Oh, I guess it despawned. Alright, well, I did get very far from it. Okay, that looks to be the closest campfire, so let's head over there, I guess. Unknown shelter. Whew, there's a lot to explore. Now that I can, it's nice. Sunwings. What the hell are sunwings? Oh, those are the things that are like, urchins. Or not urchins. What are they called? Archaeopteryx. I'm gonna save. A lot happened. Whee! Wow, we really traveled west for this one. Why can't I... Give me the base icon. I'm trying to go back. It's so weird that it spits me out here. Why couldn't it just drop me off right here in front of the door? Alright. Oh, new dialogue. Who's that, Varl? Oh no, everyone has new dialogue.
This thing's trying to kill me. You did almost drown it in beer. Not on purpose.
Oh, look at all this. Hey, what are you doing? Alright, I want to talk to everyone again. What?
You busy?
One must never be idle when at war. But there is always time to speak to one's commander.
Oh, that's not really how I see myself.
It is how we see you.
Okay, more dialogue.
Anything interesting happen while I was away?
I found an acceptable place to practice with my blade.
Oh, and where's that?
Outside, above the base. There's a nest of sunwings that are always up for a fight.
Ever thought of sparring with something that's not trying to kill you?
That would defeat the purpose of the training.
Would it, though?
What have you been up to?
Varl has asked to learn the differences between my people's clans, so I've been teaching him Tenakth history. It is heavy with blood and death, but also with honorable deeds and vanquished tyrants. Maybe you'd like to hear about it as well, when our mission is done.
I'd be honored.
Okay.
I'll let you get back to your training.
And so will I.
Was that... Okay, that didn't seem like how talking worked. They've added a lot more stuff into this room. Oh, I can't believe you have strike here, Aaron.
Looks like you got what you wanted.
Yeah. It's almost time to go after Hephaestus.
Finally. We get to rock and roll. Yeah, at least that's how the old one said it, I think.
Anything happen I should know about?
Zoe asked us to help her bring more plants in here. Not for eating, apparently. Yeah, if you ask me, the place is fine as it is. You know, metal might be plain, but it's sturdy. Nothing wrong with that. Who needs a bunch of vegetation?
Isn't there a thing where if people don't get exposed to plants often enough, they actually start going crazy? Like it's something in our brains that you need to see like a plant to remind you of just existence? It's some weird thing.
Bet you're used to that focus by now.
Well, I can hit machines in their weak points. I guess that's something. I wish all the other data was as easy to deal with. Now, to be honest, it's hard to understand half of what's on there. And then the other half reminds me, this isn't a fight you can win by just waving a hammer.
Correct.
Which is kind of what I do. But hey, that just means I gotta study harder. Now, make myself useful.
Just give it time. What else have you been studying with your focus?
Yeah, I've been looking into this Vegas place you found. Gaia showed us everything that happened when you went to get that Poseidon thing. I mean, this Merlin guy seems pretty smart. Though, risking the Tenakth clan lands for a light show is a bold move.
Maybe I should check up on them at some point. Just in case.
Right.
Okay.
I should get going.
I say hi to Gaia for me.
Varl?
Aloy, is that what I think it is?
Just need to merge it with Gaia, and she'll have enough power to handle Hephaestus.
Good news. So, what can I do for you?
I hope Zoe's not upset I'm distracting you from your training.
Yeah, I don't think you have to worry about that.
What do you mean? What happened?
Well, before Zoe found a way to fix the land gods, I suggested that when Gaia was fully restored, she could just make new ones.
Well, once we get Hephaestus, that's definitely a possibility.
That's what I said, but I guess there was something about my tone she didn't like. She got pretty raw, said I didn't understand the way her tribe feels about those machines. Which is true, of course, and the last thing I'd ever want to do is dismiss their traditions. But I was trying to look at things differently. More like you know? To see a machine as just a machine.
Yeah, I guess I led you into trouble there, didn't I?
Not your fault. Don't worry.
Did you talk to Zoe after your fight?
I suffered through a few hours of glaring silence. Then she seemed to move on. Sort of. How do people do this? How do I know if the next thing I say won't blow up in my face? What if an apology is not enough next time?
You give her a stuffed animal?
You're the worst. You know that?
What makes you think I know anything about any of this? You're on your own.
Abandoning me again, huh? Well, if she kills me next time, it's on you.
That doesn't sound
Better
like
get this to Gaia.
too healthy of a relationship, but what do I know?
Let's hold off on the ale till it's over and done with.
I'll let Aaron know.
Wow, they really did deck her. Look at all that. That's nice.
Aloy, you've returned. And you come bearing gifts. Does this mean we'll soon be able to uproot the Zeniths from our lands?
That's what I'm hoping.
Good.
What was that snap? That was scary.
You ever play that board game Aaron set up?
Strike? I'm the one who gave it to him.
Oh.
I was hoping it'd distract him enough to spare us that ruckus he calls death metal. No such luck.
It looked like you were working on something over there.
With Gaia now growing in strength, I've been trying to find a way to heal the land gods, even if some people think I should give up on them.
Already said I was sorry.
Your friend thought it'd be a good idea to replace the land gods with new machines when Gaia recovers.
It wasn't.
The land gods have taken care of our people for generations. They are not some broken toy to be thrown away. Even if they are just machines doing their job, to abandon them in their time of suffering seems cruel.
I'm sure Varl understands that too.
He does now. I had to get pretty mad at him at first, though.
You know I can hear you guys, right?
She's scary.
Varl looks pretty focused.
He's been obsessing over the data revealed to us by Poseidon. Just the other day, we read about mountains hiding deep underwater that spew fire.
Oh, a vent.
If I understand correctly, Gaia said the flames they release come from the very center of the Earth.
That's the theory.
Like a heart, beating with the life of the world. As always, the cycle can be found in even the most unlikely
Actually, is that a theory or a confirmed thing? Because we can't get to the core of the Earth to find out that kind of
interested
thing.
in watching explosions happen underwater.
Okay.
I should get going.
If you need me,
They had a lot less to say this. Oh wait, no, they usually have a lot more when I give in the component or turn it in. What was the thing? They talked for a second. Oh wait, now Varl has more dialogue.
Hey,
Looks like things between you and Zoe are better now.
I suffered through a few hours. How do people do that?
What if we already had this conversation?
What makes you think I know any?
Abandoning me?
Weird.
I should get this to.
Please.
Why did that get marked as... Okay, whatever. Yeah, there was a whole thing about a substitute for an arm that never really was addressed, and then nothing came of it. That was weird. I was hoping we'd have more folks added to our posse here,
It's
but
good to see you again, Aloy.
nothing's come of it.
I see you have recovered Demeter.
Ooh, it's so green. Hephaestus is going to be bright and purple. Ooh, pretty.
Aloy. With the acquisition of Ether, Poseidon, and Demeter, my heuristic processing density has expanded greatly. I should now be able to absorb Hephaestus, and fortunately, we have made progress on a plan to capture it.
Oh, hey. I didn't go downstairs to talk to her. I don't know if I could have.
With Varl's encouragement, Beta analyzed all available information on Hephaestus. Its expansion has been rampant. It is too large to be beamcast, and the kernel you have been using could never hold it. Therefore, it must be contained in a location with a direct physical connection to me. A place with 2 data cores.
2 cores. Where would we find a place like that? Gemini.
Excuse me?
An abandoned cauldron in the desert west of here. Seismic activity disrupted the original construction. 2 data cores were built as a result.
I've been there. The Tenakth marked the entrance as some kind of ritual ground.
Have I been there?
We'll have to bring you there by hand.
I have devised a blueprint for a suitable, albeit unwieldy, transport rig. It will require 2 people to carry it to Gemini.
I can help.
Once I am installed on the first core, I will call down Hephaestus on the other, trapping it. I will then initiate the merge. However, in order to construct the rig, I will need considerable help.
Can you build it? I suppose I could, but it's not gonna work. The Zeniths will find you. Minerva won't be able to conceal your location.
That is correct. Absorbing Hephaestus will create a significant power surge, easily detected by anyone capable of noticing.
But what if there were multiple power surges? To fake out the Zeniths? If Erend, Zoe, and Katalo spread out to the other cauldrons and create their own surges, would those conceal the one at Gemini?
Analyzing. Such a tactic might be effective. With Beta's help, we should be able to build a set of handheld pulse generators.
I told you it's not gonna work. I did a test. Hephaestus has written Alpha clearance out of its access module. You'll never be able to capture it. Then we need a higher level of clearance. There is no higher... Ted Pharaoh's mega clearance. The one he used to purge the Apollo database and kill the Alphas. But to get it, you would have to find Thebes. The private bunker he retreated to when the world ended, and nobody knows where that is, not even the Zeniths. Their only intel was that it was somewhere in San Francisco.
Of course it
That might be
is.
all I need.
Of course it's there. Of course it's in
Alva,
San
the Quen
Francisco.
diviner I met, said her people had set up a base at landfall. They were searching for data in San Francisco from there. She might be able to help. So I guess I'm headed all the way west. While I'm gone, Will you be able to build the rig and the pulse generators? I'll try.
I'll make sure she has what she needs.
I guess now we're gonna go grab Ted Farrow's corpse. Ooh, what if he preserved himself the way the Zeniths
Quen
did?
have a ferry on the coast that they used to get to the ruins of San Francisco. That's where I need to go.
Pharaoh's tomb.
Aloy, I have managed to unlock an additional room near the servers.
Understood.
Alright, time for chat.
I'm back, Gaia.
Hello, Aloy.
What have we got? Oh.
Have you been able to make use of Demeter's functions?
Has she gotten more sparkly since we've been
I was able to
upgrading
mitigate
her?
most soil conditions and restore a temporary balance. You should notice less rampant plant growth in the area.
Maybe that'll give Plainsong's fields a chance to recover.
Unfortunately, recovery in that area is unlikely without the assistance of the Utaru's land gods. I have discussed this matter with Zoe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, more about Demeter.
There's something I'm still trying to figure out. Why was Demeter using flying machines to distribute metal flowers?
In its deranged state, Demeter was defending itself against a robotic swarm that would devour all plant life.
It thought the Pharaoh Plague was still happening?
It feared it would come again. As part of its directive of reseeding Earth's vegetation, it sought to protect plant life at all costs. And considering it had 20 years to proliferate, I expect you will continue to find the fruits of its efforts for some time.
That's a good thing I have the code to dissolve the vines, then.
Mm-hmm.
The Zeniths. Beta said they were some of the most...
Okay, we've had this conversation. Why does it
Elizabeth
say it's
knew
new?
one of them. Tilda. Did she ever mention her to you?
Ah, this one.
No. Elizabeth often spoke of her work, or told stories of her mother and her childhood. If she knew this Tilda, she did not disclose it with me. What we can conclude from your and Beta's experiences is that the Zeniths are ruthless in pursuit of their goal. To protect life on Earth, they must be stopped.
Okay.
So the facility where I recovered Demeter used to be a Pharaoh agricultural research facility. It's where they created the biomass conversion system, but also adamantine wreath. Did Elizabeth know they were working on that?
It is likely she was briefed on other efforts to combat the machine swarm, though her focus was devoted only to Zero Dawn.
That makes sense. But they actually got the wreaths to work. If they'd been able to deploy it against the Pharaoh Plague in time...
Using the data you recovered on the project, I ran several simulations and have concluded that it would never have worked. In all scenarios, the Pharaoh war machines would eventually hack and deactivate the wreaths before they could contain the swarm.
So Zero Dawn really was the only solution.
Grim.
There was a lot of data in the greenhouse facility about agriculture. Do you think it'll help the Quen fix their homeland?
I will run a query. Complete. The data contains information about novel crop production methods, which may be beneficial to the tribe in the long term.
But new crops aren't going to save the world, so I guess it's on us.
It is.
So Gemini has 2 data cores. I've never seen a cauldron like that.
I mean, the name fits.
But you mentioned something about seismic activity?
When my predecessor attempted to build the cauldron, construction was disrupted by a series of earthquakes. The data core had already been built, but the rest of the facility sustained damage. So, she began again. A second core was built. However, when more tremblers occurred, she abandoned the site.
Lucky for us. Are the quakes still happening?
No. Though they did also create instabilities in other facilities in the region.
Oh.
Beta's convinced we won't be able to capture Hephaestus. With that attitude, do you really think she'll be able to build the rig and pulse generators?
It may take some coaxing, but with some assistance I am confident she will.
I don't get her, Gaia. She's so quick to assume we'll fail. She's nothing like what I thought she'd be. I guess it'll be best if she stays here when we go to Gemini.
Okay.
All this data I've picked up in ancient bunkers and ruins. I guess I never really thought that other people would be looking at it.
Based on my observations, your companions engage quite frequently with this material. Erend has asked on numerous occasions about birthday parties. He appears perplexed by the tradition of serving a sweet confection, as it conflicts with the Oseram tradition of serving sparkling stout ale. He also suggested we host a party for you, as a surprise.
Well, there goes the surprise.
Yeah, no thanks.
That is what I predicted.
Is Catalo getting along with everyone?
Yes, though he prefers to spend most of the time alone. He appears to be collating data on war machine progression and significant battles during the Pharaoh Plague, to aid in the creation of a war map of Operation Enduring Victory. I believe he aims to study the tactics of Old World warfare.
I'd be interested in seeing that.
It appears to be a private pastime for him. He has repeatedly declined my offers to assist his research.
Okay, everyone needs a hobby.
So now that you have Ether, Demeter, and Poseidon, how's the biosphere looking?
In the local region, conditions have improved. Superstorms have subsided. Water sources have been purified, and soil conditions remediated. These improvements will
look at that
stave
desert.
off environmental collapse.
That's much more deserty
for a few
than
additional months.
Well,
Oh no.
with luck, soon you'll have Hephaestus. Then you'll be able to fix the biosphere for good, right?
Correct. I will be able to design and produce robotic agents to permanently reverse the environmental damage that has accumulated.
There's something I've been wondering. How could Ted Faro create a clearance level higher than Alpha? Elizabeth made sure he wouldn't interfere with the project.
It is plausible he tasked his own engineers with creating a backdoor to the Zero Dawn system, without Elizabeth's knowledge. My predecessor did not even know of its existence until he activated it to purge the Apollo database. It is, in effect, a blind spot. One that will allow us to subdue Hephaestus. And fortunately, thanks to Beta's information, we know where Omega clearance may be procured.
Right. Somewhere in San Francisco. So our plan to capture Hephaestus. Let's go over it again.
As you wish. Thanks to Beta's test, we now know that Hephaestus will not respond to your Alpha clearance. Which is why you will need to procure Ted Faro's Omega clearance.
Right. From his personal bunker, Thebes.
It's a good name for all the thematic stuff.
I will assist Beta in building the transport rig and pulse generators. When we get to Gemini, I will need to be installed on one of the facility's cores. The second core is for Hephaestus. Using Omega clearance will allow you to trap it.
And then you'll be able to absorb it.
Not quite. You will need to manually remove Hephaestus's malicious code before the merge.
Oh, that's important
How long
information.
will that take?
There are calculations I still must run, but I estimate a few hours.
And during that time, the others will create a distraction for us using the pulse generators, right?
Correct. They will each take position at a cauldron door and fire off their device. The energy surge should mask our activities until the merge is complete.
And then we'll have everything we need to defeat the Zeniths. Sounds like a plan.
It sounds too easy.
I should be going.
Goodbye, Aloy.
It sounds too easy. Alright, anyone else have anything else to say? Oh, yes. Yes, yes. Oh wait, she said she unlocked a new door next to the servers. Which ones? Not this room. We've been in here already. Oh, he has a quest. Another time, friend. Another time. Well, this is the server room, I think.
Stars can also be suns? That makes no sense.
Where's this door she said she unlocked? I'm confused, unless that was like a delayed thing. Alright, Aaron, what have you got to say that's new?
Let's just say...
Turns out we need one last thing before we can grab Hephaestus.
Because it would have been too easy otherwise.
How are things with Katalo? You still scared of him?
Oh, she thinks she's funny. Actually, I played strike with him. I had to fill in most of the conversation myself, but I'm still alive.
Oh.
To hear it. You've been looking at any interesting data?
I asked Gaia to find me something to look at a while back, and she found the mother of all forges. They called it sports. Turns out the old ones spent a lot of time tackling and punching each other for points in one game or another. Are you mixing some solid food and fresh ale? I bet half the claim will be lining up to watch.
Listen, entertainment is important. I'm not going to play Strike.
I need to get going.
I will play
I know
Strike.
the answer.
I won't play it right now.
Are you sure you don't need any help? Gaia mentioned this other tribe you found, the Quen. They sound like a nasty bunch.
I can handle them. In the meantime, Varl will help you get ready for what comes next.
Take care of yourself, Aloy.
I'm sorry, Aloy. After all the trouble you went through, you have to head west again.
Well, no one said this was going to be easy.
You sure you don't want any backup dealing with the Quen?
They think I'm Sobek, or something like that. They won't hurt me, but I doubt they'll be so kind to anyone else.
If you say so. Let me know if you need anything before you go.
You better not be slacking off on your studies while I'm gone.
And risk Zoe coming after me? I value my life. In fact, I've been reading about Ted Faro. How he destroyed the world and crawled into a hole after killing those who saved it.
He definitely was a piece of work.
I swear, if we get to him
Well,
and he's
Beta and Gaia
alive
built the
somehow...
Can you get everyone ready for the mission ahead?
Of course.
What is it?
Nothing. It's just that everything's about to change. We'll get Gaia, and she'll help us set things right. No more Zeniths, no more derangement. It'll be a different world. I welcome it, but I wonder how the Nora will react. And the Karja, and well, everyone.
Let's just focus on fixing Gaia for now.
You're right. We've got an angry AI to take down.
If I get Omega clearance, and then we grab Hephaestus, we might finally have the advantage over the Zeniths.
Can't wait to see their faces as they stare down a bunch of charging Thunderjaws.
Better them than us, for once.
I think things could be much worse than
I'll be in
Thunderjaws.
touch if I need anything.
I'll make sure Beta briefs everyone on the pulse generators.
Good.
Okay. And then there was Zoe.
Aloy, I hear you're going further west past the Tenakth clanlands.
Do you know anything about the area?
Only hearsay. The Utaru tell stories of an island that lies beyond the western coast. They call it the Isle of Spires. It is said the Old Ones built towers there that touched the sky, so they could live far away from the earth that bore them. As if they didn't want to be reminded that they'd one day return to it.
Sounds like something Ted Faro would do. You and Varl doing okay? Training, I mean.
We're doing fine. Although I admit it'd be nice to take a small break from studying, just the two of us. But then who'd look after Erend?
There's always Gatalo.
Leave a loud Oseram with a brooding Tenakth. What could go wrong?
What's everyone been up to?
I've been trying to share some of my meals with Beta. Thought it might help her feel more at home. Maybe even get her to sleep up here instead of in that dark basement. She would not be moved.
I appreciate you trying.
Patience reaps the best harvest. I'm not giving up hope yet.
How much have you read on Ted Faro?
Enough to wonder how a man who worked so hard to heal the world once could let greed and pride condemn it so easily. For one's spirit to diminish in such a way, I'm not sure if I should hate him or pity him.
Okay.
I should get going. Hopefully I can bring back what we need to capture Hephaestus. After that, I'm gonna need everyone's help.
We'll be ready.
Can I go into the basement? I forget. Let's see. That's not the way. This is the way.
I don't think that door had power before, but...
Oh.
Looks like it's malfunctioning.
Oh. This is the room she meant that she unlocked. Oh, because the servers are down there.
Looks like some kind of maintenance space.
Lots of goodies. Ooh, maybe a continuation of that guy who was like building secret spots.
I wonder where this leads.
So we got one way that way, one way... Oh, not that way.
Power cells? Huh.
2 power cells. Interesting. Okay, what are they for? Okay, so one goes in here. Where does this all go? Ooh, this is cool. Oh, that's not even the one I thought I was going to pick up. She has crazy strong knees to be able to do that.
If it had power...
Where am I? Oh. Well, what was the point of that then? Okay. But why? Unless there's a room in here that needs a power cell.
Oh, looks like I can open that door now. What was this room for, Gaia?
What is this?
This was intended as a diagnostic center to monitor machine activity in the repair bay below. It appears most of the equipment was damaged. Likely from Minerva's control of this facility.
Yeah, she did try really hard to keep me out.
Oh.
I've got to be more careful. Jensen almost caught onto my plan while we were going over the diagnostic center specs. I've got nothing against the rest of the team. It's just... I'm sure they've all got family they're gonna meet up with in Elysium. But me? I couldn't even bury August. There is nothing of him left besides my memories. I won't let those blink out of existence too. The vault's for us, no one else. 11 more weeks, before we lock the blueprints. Then the rest will be up to Gaia.
Vault. I found a locked door behind the vent in the basement. Wonder if that's it.
Well, the vent's over here. Right? I forget. Oh, I don't know the code. So there's something else that needs another power cell, because I have 2 of them now.
Was this door always locked?
Beta requested the use of that room as her personal space. I have locked it at her request.
Okay.
Anything to talk about?
Hi. I'm back. What do you want to know? So do you have everything you need to build the rig and pulse generators? Gaia sent me the schematics. The designs are modest, without the capabilities of Hephaestus, but they should work. Not that it matters without a mega clearance. I'll find it. Just try to have the transport ready by the time I get back. So have you been upstairs at all? Not really. Varl sometimes comes down here to talk. He keeps asking if I'm okay. I thought he only wanted to know about my productivity, but it's almost like he actually wants to talk to me. Yeah, I think he does. Have you talked with anyone else in the base? I speak with Gaia. She asked me how I'm feeling and my opinion on various topics. I didn't expect that from an AI. That's all thanks to Elizabeth. She believed Gaia had to care, not just follow her programming orders. I know. Independent emotional processing enabled the previous version of Gaia to create you, after all. Yeah. I guess so.
Oh, so many questions.
So, aside from Varl and Gaia, who else have you been talking to? Zoe told me how you met after your escape from the Hades Proving Lab. I had no idea you were severely injured. If the Zeniths had killed you, life on Earth would be doomed. My escape would have been for nothing. But they didn't kill me. And thanks to Varl and Zoe, I was able to recover.
So many.
You said you and Varl talk sometimes. What about? He told me about your tribe, the Nora, and the proving ritual you did. I told him if I was born into the tribe, I'd never be able to do the proving. It does require a lot of physical training, but there are plenty of other roles besides being a hunter. I don't think I'd be suited for any of them. Well, I guess it's a good thing you're not a Nora then.
No, okay. I think we talked about all this, didn't we?
What else can you tell me about Tilda? She...
Oh, weird. It's like they're cutscenes, they're not...
So this secret virtual space looked like...
I think we've talked about all this, so I'm just gonna clear it from the options.
That's some good.
Oh, excuse me, princess. Alright, where... Hold on. Where do I need a power cell? This room doesn't need anything. This room has its power cell. Is there anything upstairs that needed a power cell? Anything in here? No. Can't go through a vent with a power cell. I don't know.
Is it me, or do the old ones just look funny? Funny how?
Yeah, their clothes, they're weird. They're so tight.
For once, I'd have to agree. I'd rip those things to shreds in a fight.
Guess they didn't move around as much.
Oof. He's not wrong. Alright, well, I'm going to do... Well, now I have all the tools I need, actually. It's about time to get to exploring. I'm going to do everything that isn't a quest. Like a little... Oh, a little apostrophe showing. But everything else is fair game. I'm going to clear it off my map. And then when I come back, there will be stuff to do. A lot of things actually all around here. Metal flowers over there. I thought the metal flowers over... No, I guess it was over there. Alright, well. I like that it shows you, though. The icons are great for telling you what you need there. Oh, that's cool. Alright, well, that's it for now. When next I record, hopefully maybe I won't have the whole map finished, because that's a lot of map. But maybe we'll have some finished. We'll just have to see. Still don't know. Okay, so it won't even show me the thing when I'm in the base, but I don't know what the heck is going on there. I'll look into it, unless it seems spoilery, and then I won't read any more about it. But if it's not so big deal, I'm just going to look up how to get that tall neck that's there. But that's it for this episode, so thanks for joining me. Come back, I'll have the next stuff up real soon. But until then, bye.